Many folk have claimed throughout history, and even today claim, that they have the personal blessings of a God who created the universe. For example, this guy, Nephilimfree, claims that God directly instructed him to use YouTube.
God told me to make this video about 2 o'clock this afternoon. God told me he wanted me to do what I'm doing. I have a job for you, and it is to share this truth in the world. I want you to use YouTube to do it. I want you to make videos and explain to people that evolution is a lie, that I created it all, that the word science supports my word, and my word is true. He's told me many times this is what he wants me to do.
Now I have a simple counter-proposal here, Nephy, and that's that the God that tells you to do things is nothing more than a phantasm of your mind. And as a reasonable extrapolation of this, as you are a scientific illiterate, incapable of doing either maths or physics, so the God of your mind is also incapable of doing maths or physics. You know, it's one of those miracle things that never happens, is, say, for instance, a Christian turns up to a physics exam without knowing anything, or having read any of the literature, only for God to feed it all to them, Matrix style.
Can you fly that thing?
Not yet.
Operator.
Tank, I need a pilot program for a B-212 helicopter. Let's go.
Everything we know about physics, we discovered the long way around, and it took hundreds of years to do it. We worked it out from physical evidence and reasoned logic. Praying to God has a remarkably poor track record in discovering the unknown. Put simply, Neph, your intellectual limitations also apply to the God you have created within your mind. The prima facie case for this is simply that initially God wanted Nephy to prove that the craters on the moon were caused by Noah's flood, and he put up this video as a consequence.
The Earth split open at the mid-Atlantic ridges, which run around the Earth like the seam of a baseball, and the great pressure of the crust of the Earth, 6 miles of it, on this water, caused the water to eject from the Earth at supersonic speed. Much of this water escaped the escape velocity of the Earth and headed toward the moon, where the moon's gravity accelerated it, and the moon was pelted by water frozen from the frozen water, which came from inside the Earth at the beginning of the Noachian flood.
And then when I showed him by a very rudimentary knowledge of physics that this model of the god of Nephilim's mind was demonstrably wrong, that there simply isn't enough energy available in the model proposed to have the proposed effect, Nephy then decided to defend the work that God had sent him to do by deleting it all from YouTube. But there's more. Another creationist by the name of Debate Crusher put up a video implying that the nozzle size was a factor in this problem. Evidently this was something that Nephilimfree reckoned would save his and his god's bacon, and so he put this in the comments section. He also fails to understand that the width of the opening of the water to eject in relation to the pressure upon it will determine the velocity of the water. He's so stupid. Well done, you made a goon out of him all right. Oh really, Neph? Is that so? And so the challenge is laid down. I claim that you are utterly incapable of doing maths or physics, and so your God, who is merely a character construction within your mind, will also be utterly incapable of doing maths or physics. While you claim that your God, who you think made the universe in less than a week, wants you to prove him by science. Great, let's put this to the test, shall we? As you think that your God made the universe in a week or so, he should be able to come up with the maths to support your proposition about nozzle size being a factor in the craters on the moon being caused by Noah's flood in 5 days. I await with bated breath for your God to do this now, because he's going to have to redefine physics to do it. If, however, your God fails to solve the problem in 5 days, as would be predicted if he were only a scientifically illiterate creation of your mind, I will demonstrate using the secular physics of the sort that powers the computer in front of you as to why you and your God were wrong. And I'll do it in less than 5 minutes using nothing more than 2 pop bottles and a toilet.